Hi Gemini, this is Marishi here on channel Triloka. I am back with my Illuminati deck to see what situation you are in the month of July, or probably you are in this situation already. Okay, so I've already pulled out the 5 cards, and we have got the 6 of Swords as the first card. In reverse, we've got the Prince of Cups, Princess of Cups. Center of the reading is the 7 of Swords. We've got the Queen of Swords next to it, and the last card is a Fool card. Okay, just going to. Anyways, so there is some kind of disappointments which is going through this reading. Somebody might have got separated, somebody might have walked out of a relationship probably, because there is an energy of 8 of Cups, leaving things behind which was not working and walking away, because there is not much working out previously, and somebody has moved on physically, like walked out. Okay, why I mentioned physically is because Gemini, you come out as somebody who might have moved out, or your significant other might have moved on. Okay, but there is this energy about being stuck. Okay, even though there is a walking away card up there, 6 of Swords upright is like moving on, moving forward. 2 cards which speak the same, moving forward. But for you, it has come out in reverse. So it's like, even though you have physically moved out of this person's life, you are still stuck there. You are frozen in time where you were before. Okay, before this walkout happened. Yeah, you might be dealing with a Capricorn with the devil energy right behind this. Probably the Capricorn might have walked away from you, or you might have walked away from a Capricorn. You might, or if it is not a Capricorn, you might have broken away the chains which was bounding you to a person, to a situation. Okay, you've broken these chains. Okay, it might have been a little toxic. When I say it is toxic, it wasn't working for too long. With all the cups behind this person, it was empty. There is no point hanging on to a situation which is not working. There is no point hanging on to a person who doesn't have much to give, right? That way it is toxic. So you walked away physically, like your body has walked away from a person. You are apart. Okay, there is distance between the two of you. There is no communication between the two of you, literally separated. But I'm going to stress on something which I felt when I pulled out the cards. There is an energy of being stuck mentally, emotionally. You're stuck in this phase which you had with them just before you moved out from this person's life. Okay, 6 of Swords in reverse. You thought you're moving out, but here with the Princess of Cups, emotionally you're still bound to whoever it was, to whatever the situation was. You're still clinging on to what has happened, what has not worked out. Yeah. I also want to say, you keep thinking about this situation. So you haven't let go of this situation yet, at least not here. Okay? At least not here. This princess is somebody who is very emotional, who is very sensitive. It is mirroring the Queen of Swords. You did what is practical. Okay? You did what is practical by moving away. How did the cards come up? Yes. You took the Seven of Swords in the center. You left the situation with what you had. You grabbed onto things which you could save. Okay? You realize it is not working. You realize the best way forward. Okay? Practically thinking. This Queen of Swords is somebody who does the right thing, who thinks the situation through. Okay? She's very practical. If she thought it is not working, Six of Swords in reverse, it is a full stop. It is like a boat which has a hole in it. You cannot, sail away with a boat, row away with a boat which has a hole in it, because you're going to risk your life. It is going to fill up with the water and drown you. Yeah? So it is it is frozen. Time is frozen for you, where it ended. But yet, the Queen decided the best way forward is by taking the leap of faith. Yeah? There is no way you can save the situation. Okay? With the Six of Swords and the Fool mirroring each other, you realize there is no way. You will only be foolish to be stuck in the situation for too long. Even if you try, you're going to drown. You're going to risk the life which is dependent on you. There is more people in this card, not just you. You're going to risk the life of others. Maybe the partner whom you're involved with. Maybe the person whom you are who has walked away. If you keep trying to, sustain this relationship, it is going to just not drown you. It is going to drown them as well. So you decided, practically, moving forward is taking the foolish stuff, is not being foolish. Okay? And sneak away. That is your conclusion. That is your practical will. Seven of Swords is always looked at as a negative card. But in your reading, coming as the center card, right next to the Queen, I want to say this is the best way forward. Being foolish, sneaking away, although it might seem a little, like a coward move, sneaking away in the dark with whatever, not trying to sustain this. People might think, they didn't put in the effort. But fucking, they don't know the whole story. They don't know how bad it is. Okay? So without damaging both your lives, you realize the best way to move forward is getting out of it. Jumping off the cliff is rather better than drowning. Because there's a sure shot, you're going to sink. Probably you don't know how to swim as well. You're going to sink. I mean, you're going to drown once the boat sinks. There is no way out. You'd rather jump off the cliff. At least you will break some bones, and that is it. You might survive. And you're willing to take that step. The Queen thinks that's the best way forward, by just taking whatever, saving whatever you have and getting out of this relationship, rather than making it worse. I hope this makes sense to some of you out there. This Queen is saying, move on. Take whatever you have, take whatever you can save. It is not grabbing on things or stealing things, no. What I'm trying to say here is, if you have some kind of mutual understanding between the two of you at this stage, then, and both of you know it is not going to work out like this, it is not working out between the two of you. Then, when you are in a good state, that is the time to part ways, rather than, waiting for things to get worse, fighting it out, and, things going like a shitstorm. Do you want to wait for that? To a stage where you can't even look at each other's face. Do you want to wait until then? because both of you definitely know it is not going to work out. So when it is a good time, when you are both has a mutual understanding about your situation, that is a good time to shake hands and say adios, right? So at least when you see this person on the streets, you have you can face them. You don't have to hide from them anymore, because you saved something about this relationship. Whatever you had, it didn't go to the dumps. At least a little bit of friendship, as even if it is not friendship, it is the cordial, courteousness of seeing each other eye to eye. You have saved that at least before walking out. Before breaking the chains, you have that left between the both of you. Being cordial with each other when you meet again. If there is nothing else, there is no love, nothing else, you have at least, you're authentic, that you can, meet each other. Hello, how are you? You can look into their eyes, because both of you have decided that it's not working out and it's time to call it off. But yet, okay, even if you're taking this sneaking out, okay, with whatever, sneaking out, don't take it negatively. And I'm just trying to say whatever I said earlier. You're just saving whatever you're having between the two of you, and getting out of this relationship. But still, the Queen, although how much ever practical, Gemini, although how much ever practical you are, although how much ever you think this is the best way forward, somewhere inside there, you are the sensitive person who is all about emotions, who cling on to what you had in the past. Okay? The Queen of Swords is somebody who comes out as somebody who's very cold. Okay? They do not think with their hearts. They do not think with their heart. They think more with their head, brains, because they want to be fair. If you bring your heart in between making a decision, it would be biased. Yeah? Because there will be an influence. You will, weigh the scales according to what your heart wants, and it might not be the best decision. Here, she is like a cold-hearted woman who is just, who is fair. And she makes the decision, she has made the decision how to go forward with it. Okay? Even if it is going to be painful, even for her, she will make the decision. And these two cards mirroring each other, the Princess of Cups mirroring with the Queen. Even to the outside world, she looks like a cold-hearted bitch. She has that side of hers, the child within her who is innocent, who is sensitive, who is, who has emotions. She has a heart inside of her, which nobody gets to see. Okay? So this reading is showing two sides of yourself in regards to a decision which you took. Okay? To save something which was not working, a decision to walk away. Okay? People like me will cling on for too long until and unless, there is no way how it's going to, if I think it's completely over, then it's completely over. If not, then I'll try to make it work. But here, this Queen is like, it's over, then it's over. If it's not working, it's not working, and that's it. But somewhere within her, she also gets hurt. Okay? A side of her which you cannot see. 15 minutes. Last reading for today. So, Seven of Swords. What is the Seven of Swords has to say here? This is the one. King of Pentacles. You might be dealing with an earth sign. I told about the Capricorn, which is also an earth sign. Empress. You had something solid between the two of you previously, before this happened, like it came to a stop. You had something which was solid. You literally like a wife and a husband, you know, both strong in their own partnership. Like a husband who has a wife who knows her worth, who knows a position in his life. And even the wife knows what is the significance of her husband in her life. That is how it is coming out. So what you escaped out, like what you walked away, is something which you had between the two of you. Okay? Both seemed content. Between the two of you both seemed content. And for some reason you had to walk away. Can you tell me more about these two? Seven of Swords. See. Seven of Swords, again, going to the traditional meaning, is sneaking away, doing something in the dark, okay? Doing something and not wanting to be caught. Like this person is looking back if anybody is watching. This is stealth mode, stealing something, stealth mode. These people don't want to get caught. But here something is coming to light. Between the two of you, something is coming to light. Can you tell me more about this? Ace of Swords in reverse. Probably you come to a realization that it is not working because you're not fit for each other. Some kind of a clarity comes between the two of you, making you realize that whatever clarity you had so far about your partner is not how it is in real. Okay, so there is something about being delusional for a very long time, thinking this is your perfect, this is the perfect couple, you're meant to be together. But for some reason, I want to say, between the two of you, you get a clarity, something comes to light. Okay, whatever was being done maybe it is about somebody's actual face. Okay, what they are in real. Okay, they might have projected themselves as somebody who is like a king or somebody who is like an empress, but they're doing things. Okay, there is a mask which they wear in front of you, in front of the second. I don't know whom I'm speaking to. Okay, so it could be to the cross watcher, or I'm talking to the Gemini, but we're talking about two people here, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so you get a clarity about somebody. Okay, the real face of somebody, the mask is off. Okay, what they are in real is a Seven of Swords. What they have been doing behind you is coming to light, and that doesn't work for you. So there wasn't clarity about it so far, and now it is coming to light, and that makes a full stop in the wheel. It's like the wheel was in your favor for so long, but then when you put something inside the wheel, okay, when something comes out in light, okay, just think about a normal wheel, okay, a carriage wheel, and while it's going, okay, rolling, if you put a stick in between, or you put a sword, like the sword is in reverse, you put something in between, it will stop. It cannot move. It will go front back, front back, front back. It cannot roll because the movement is stopped. So there is some kind of until some time you did not know what was going on. Okay, you did not know the actual story behind this person, but something came into light. You found out the truth about this person. The wheel which was turning in your favor got stopped because of the clarity which came through, okay, which was not actually the reality, okay, like you didn't see it before, now you see it, and it's that truth about this person, that misconceptions about this person you had before, clarity is going to come. Okay, do you want to say anything else about the situation? Anything else, please? King of Cups in reverse. I see one of you might be drinking, okay, or probably somebody who is like knowing, getting this clarity about the actual reality of, actual truth about the person, okay. Whatever was in the dark, when it came into light, you can't take it, okay. It's almost like it has affected you mentally, emotionally, everything. That might be the reason you decided this is not the person whom you want to spend the rest of your life with. Yeah, you decided to end it, you decided to walk away, you decided to be done with it, or walk away, to untangle yourself, break the bounds. You might have been dependent with each other, okay. You were perfect for each other for some time, but when this truth came into light, and that was it, because you had to make a decision. With the Queen making a decision, although it was painful for you, you made a choice which is for the best interest of everybody. 22 minutes. I'll just pull 2 more cards and be done with this. I think that is it. Yeah, because there is no way out. With the 7 of Cups, you don't see any other way out. 8 of Cups is literally walking away. That is the only step. Just like I began the reading, there is a walking away. I think I'll stop this reading now. This is Marishi on my channel Yoga. Until next week. Bye.